Sure. So I'm gonna give you a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit. I went into the ladies' room. So yes, I did have executive protection with me. Both of my team members that were present were male. They did not go into the restroom with me. They were outside. Upon going into the restroom, I saw a young woman who was looking for something. And I said, "What are you looking for?" And I began to look and help her find. She says, "I lost my glasses. A woman hit me in the head. Mayor Cantrell, do you see a knot?" And I said, "Actually, I do see it growing." I said, "I do." So what's going on? So she indicated that she had saw something, and she had went to speak to this woman about it, and the woman knocked her in the head, knocked her glasses off. I then waited with this young woman, calming her down to say, "No, although she hit you, which is inappropriate behavior, no doubt about it, that is an assault, but let's deal with it appropriately. Let's not retaliate. No need for you to, because that will lead to something else. We don't need that. We're not doing that." And once the woman exited the stall with her daughter, I was able to speak with the daughter. I was told that there were some issues with the daughter. So initially, and what you saw in that video was the initial, I think, interaction from the woman coming out of the stall and myself. And when you are having an incident and you're working to de-escalate, some of the first footage you will see is escalation, right? Because you're bringing it down. And unfortunately, you weren't able to see that. But it was talking with this woman, talking her down. And as a result of that, she ended up sharing with me issues that she was having with her 14-year-old daughter that night, how she had spent some of her last dollars to buy tickets to that concert for her daughter to have something to do, how she was feeling a little disrespected by her daughter after she had demonstrated kind of care, and how she had to go to work at 5:30 in the morning. And so she began to cry, and I was there listening to her. And so that was it. Was able to de-escalate. She apologized. She wanted to know if I knew the woman that she had hit in the head. I told her I did not. She wanted to find her to apologize for that behavior, but she was unable to do that. But at the end of the day, it's just a constant reminder of how people are really dealing with so much that they carry, and the mental health of our people. That has to be a top priority, and I know that it is for me. Yeah, so what it did was underscore the work that we're doing within my administration, focusing on youth and families, as well as behavioral health and interventions, so that we can really meet people where they are and create these spaces of dialogue for especially our parents who need help just sharing and working through it, because it's not easy. It really isn't easy. I was thinking about a little quote I received on Mother's Day, and it said, parenting is like a walk in the park, Jurassic Park. And so, and as a parent, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty scary sometimes. And so that was just an incident that I found myself in. And my mother always said, I'm always the one, always intervening. I've always been that way. But definitely being cautious. But I feel like I know how to work with people, and I know how to talk with people, and I know how to listen. And it was evident on that evening. And so we left with her taking a selfie and getting a hug and getting a kiss. What I hate, though, is that I did not get her contact information for proper follow-up, because there's absolutely a need for that in her family.